Hey guys, welcome back once again to iSoft Original. And before we get started, if you have yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Okay, so on our previous lesson, we've tackled a lot on this iSoft screen recorder software, and it was great. It was indeed, in fact, awesome. So today we're going to see how we could continue. The last time I showed you guys how we can add the little bar and then the little the down corner bottom right recording pop-up. In today's video we're going to tackle the delete and then we tackle the export. So if you are willing to get this done, then this is the real tutorial, this is the real edition for you to get in touch with this program. Yes, so this is what we're going to do actually. All right, so before we get started, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel and make sure that you are ready to get this going. Okay, so let's get started. But before we get started, as we did earlier on our previous video, I copied the links and then I just pasted it for you to see whatever we were doing. So okay, so I have the project being open here already, and I want to tackle the delete first. So when I double click on this delete, you see that I have this statement right here. So I'm just going to copy that. Then I'll just come to here. And then double click on the delete guy. Then on this delete guy, I'm just going to paste the whole thing right here. So I'll just take my time to explain everything for you to understand. Okay, so let me just open up my screen and let me just close everything. I just want to, explain the codes for you to see whatever I'm doing. Okay, so this is what I have here. The button name is btn delete, and it handles button btn delete click event, right? Okay, so let's see what I did here. So I declared stress as a string, and this stress is going to be a message box.show, and I gave out a heading, a message body, which is, do you really want to delete the recording? And I gave it a header text, which is confirmation, right? Okay, so let's see what I did here. So I added a message box button, which is yes or no, and I added a message box icon, which is a question. Okay, so from here what I said was, I created an if statement, and this is what I said: if this stress dot VBS, the VBS means that when the person clicks on yes, what should it do, right? So when the person clicks on yes, then we are declaring I as an integer, right? And this I as an integer is equal to 0. Okay, so this is what I said. For I, which is 0, to info, and this info is what we declared at the top here. You see, we are declaring this info as integer, right? So that is what I said. So let's come back to the code. So that is it. So we said I declared path as string, and this path is going to be the application.StartupPath, right? And this startup path is going to be let me quickly go to my desktop, then let's see from my bin. So actually it is working from I just want to see where this is going, so we see what we can do from here. Okay, so it is coming here from the bin folder. That is my startup path, and all the images starting from this, which is image 0, and the integer, which is starting from the 0 and .png, right? So that is it, and is going to delete all those files from that particular path. And what it will do next is it will pop up a message box telling us that, okay, now the frames are deleted successfully. So the message box style is going to be informative, and I'm going to set up the header to be deleted, right? Okay, now I will set the PB clip. Now in this PB clip in our video, it's not going to be a PB clip, right? This right here, let's look at the name for this guy. That is the rec screen, right? So from here, we're just going to say rec screen, right? So we're just going to say rec screen dot image equals to nothing. Then we will catch an exceptional error if there is any error found, right? Okay, so this is quite interesting, and that is awesome. So I'll just quickly start a project. Let me take a good look at where I have my previous projects at. Then let's see if we delete is just going to delete the whole thing, right? So that is what we're going to see from here. So now from here you could see that we have this guy here. I'm just going to click on delete, and this is the pop-up. So I'm just going to say yes, and it says frames deleted successfully. So probably it should be able to delete from here. Okay, so you see that some are deleted. So let's just select all, yes, and let's delete them manually. I just want to show you that it works, right? So from here, I'm just going to start a new recording. So I'm just going to click on this record, and actually you can see that it's recording. That is the frames coming right there, right? Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. I'm just going to stop this, yes, and I have these frames to be here, right? Good. So based on this frame, I'm just going to delete it by clicking on this delete, and they are gone. You see? Okay, so this is what I did for the delete button, and quite unfortunately it is working perfectly fine. Alright, so let's see what we have here from the other guy. So this is for the delete button, and that is working perfectly fine. Now with the export button, it is highly recommended for you to download I want to show you how to download. You have to download this mpeg this file. I will be keeping the link to the download link in the description below so that you can download it and you use it. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. I will be going back to my project, and this guy, I would like for you to take your time, and we will just go through a lot. Yes, so here let me just copy this, and let's see what we will be doing from here. So I'll just have to copy this as we usually do. I don't want to waste a lot of time typing the whole thing again. So I'm just gonna double click on this, then I paste this whole code. So here I added an if statement, and this is video name. That is what I did was previously when I want to export a video. Let me give you a typical example. So this is what I said. When I want to export a video, it pops up this give your recording a name. It pops up this guy for me, right? So when I type the name here, then I click on save, then automatically it's just going to save the whole recording, right? So that is the text box I did. But I think in this particular tutorial, I'm not going to need this, right? I'm not going to need this. So I'm just going to delete this. Then I will be calling the convert to video statement, which we will be creating sooner or later. So then after that, we pop up a message. So I'm just going to delete this message for now. Good. So what I said was convert to video, and I said name stress as string. The same thing for the confirm and all that. Okay, so here I said if the stress, the VB is yes, then the process.start, the start path, right, which is the name of the video, the name of the file we want to save, right? So in this case, I will just have to delete this guy. You can keep it in mind that you can, give it out a text box, or you can do whatever you want to do. But in this, I will just say exported video. Okay, so let's say exported 001. So exported.avi. So that is the format is going to export, right? Okay, so from here we said btn delete temp.perform click. right? And let's see, this is the button for the btn delete temp, right? So here, that is btn delete, right? So after it has been able to, you know, compile your video for you, we're just gonna delete the temps. So we say btn delete.perform click, right? And we will just delete this because we are not using the text box, so I'll just delete that. Okay, so this is the audio format, so that one too I'll just take it off because we don't have any audio in this system, which will be coming up in the updated version. If you want me to add up the audio recording or the audio section to this project, let me know in the comment section below so that I can you know, work a lot within that. Yeah, so let's create the convert to video statement, right? Or function. So from here, I'll just look for the convert to video. I copy that and then I'll paste that. Then we see the way forward. But I would like to give you a download link to this particular source code. I'll be leaving it in the link in the description so that you can just copy and paste it one more time. So on top of this, I'm just gonna copy and paste this private sub. So this was just I was trying, so I'll just delete that. Okay, so here, that is going to be the name of the exported file, right? So I'm just gonna copy this and I'm just gonna highlight the whole thing and then I paste it right here, right? Okay. So sorry for that, guys. Let's see. I declared ffmpeg, which is equal to a directory, and this directory is the file I said I'll be giving in the link description. So you come here inside your bin folder, I have this ffmpeg file here, right guys? So I just copied this directory, then I came here, then I pasted it here, right? I just pasted it here and I add a slash, then I add ffmpeg.exe. So I declared a strange argument as a strange, which is strArg as a strange, and this is going to base on the quality of video you want to choose, right? So actually this is going to base on the quality you want to choose. So I set the video size to 1920 by 1080 and I set the frame rate to 8, right? And I set the image to be a png and I set the encoding to a codec, and this is where I am exporting it with an ultra fast export, right? Or with an ultra fast encoding, right? So this is what I wrote for the strange, and I declared my process as new ProcessStartInfo, and I said my process should be my process.FileName should be this statement right here, that is the ffmpeg, right? And I said my process.Arguments should be this strange argument. Then at the last I said process.Start my process, so it's just gonna start this process, right? Good. So now let's save this and let's start it once again and let's see what we have here. So the most important thing here is to get this ffmpeg. This guy, I will be leaving it in the link in the description so you can download it. Yes, so I have this guy here. I'm just gonna start the recording, and as you can see, it is recording the whole thing, and I believe it's quite interesting and I love it. So now I'll just stop this. Yes, and I have stopped it, right? So I can play to see whatever I have done so far, which is I can click on the play, I can see whatever I did, and that is quite interesting and I really love that, right? So I'm just gonna stop it, and okay, so think, okay, so there you go, I have it here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna export. So I click on this, it says, do you really want to export? So you could see that it just exported. So this is what it says, do you really want to play the output file? So I'll just say yes, and it's gonna launch up for me, and as you can see, the video is been playing. So guys, this is how I came across to encode my video, right? And after that, it will just pop up, do you want to delete the record or do you want to delete the recording? So I'm just gonna say yes, so that automatically it's just gonna delete all the files from the path, right? So here I think I have an error here. So what does the error says? Okay, so I think it already deleted the images. So it says it is being used by another process, it can be deleted. So let's see, let's stop this recording, then let's see from here. They are already here, but we have our video. I think we have our video exported here, and you can see the format to be AVI, you see, and that is perfect, right? Okay, so within this, I would like to say, let's start this project once again, and let's see if we're gonna delete this, is it gonna work? Right, so how do we have here? I think I have accidentally closed this form. So let's see. Okay, so from the bin debug, I think not the debug, that is the 86 I accept, so they are there. So I just have to select everything, on select these. I just want to delete it, and we see the way forward. So this is quite interesting. Good. So we have this to be exported AVI, and I would like to delete this as well. And here I'll just have to say, okay, let's see what I did here. From this section, you could see that I added some specific size, and that is this. And from this side, I added some things right here. I just want to see the size I added. Because of the 1080 by 1920 by 1080, the size is very big, right? The recorded size is very big. So let's see from here, what if we are recording in MP4 mode, right? Undo that. Let's go to the main project and let's try it out. So let's see, the AVI will say MP4. So let's see if the encoder can encode it to MP4. Okay. So we start this once again, and we see how far we've gone so far. So just gonna record something small, and that is this. I'm just gonna record something, just something small, and that is gonna work absolutely perfect. So I really love this, and I think it's kind of cool. So I'm just gonna click on this, click on stop, click on yes, and I'm just gonna export it. Yes, so it's just gonna export the whole thing. So it's done, and it's asking me whether I want to play this. I don't want to play this, right? So I'm just gonna go to my files. Let's see from my files here, and I'll just click on delete. Then I delete this. Okay, so all is gone now. Now we have this exported, and let's see what we have here. And the format is MP4, guys. So you could see that the format is also working perfectly fine, and the encoding process is quite interesting, and everything is super, right? Okay, so I really love this project, and I think it's a good sign, right? Okay. So I think this project is quite interesting, but what if we want to debug from, or we want to start from, or we want to execute our software? So that is one more thing which is important. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to our music, where I have this guy right here, and I'm just going to copy this guy, and I'm just going to paste it inside my bin folder, right guys? I'm just gonna paste it. It's not gonna take a while. Just gonna paste it right here, and I'm just gonna rename this to encode, right? Or I can just say that from this section I'm just gonna okay, so let's say this. I'm just gonna rename this to encode, right? So let's say export, or let's say encode, right? So let's say encode, right? So we have this encode here. I'm just gonna open this up. So this is what I'm gonna say. You see, instead of directing myself to this directory, this is what I'm gonna say, right? Okay, so I think I have that format being updated right here. That is the application path, right? Application.StartupPath. So just gonna copy this whole thing, and I'm just gonna copy that. So I'll come here from this. So let's see, yeah, so this is what we're gonna say from this guy, right? So just in front of this guy, I'm just gonna paste this, and I'm just gonna delete this, right? So from this guy, I'm just gonna say and this, right? So the application path, then we add the bin, right? Good. So we're just gonna add this, and let's see if this is gonna work. So let's copy this, and let's see. Okay, so we have it to be this way. Let's try that out, and let's see if the startup path is gonna work for us, right? Okay. All right, so we have this to be get it started. Okay, so we have all these done. That is cool. Let's stop that. Yes, and let's try to export it, and we have an error. This says cannot find the file specified, right? Okay, so this is what we want to do. Okay, so while it is not picking up the directory we have here, I think, okay, so let's see. All right, so if we are doing this, right? So if we are doing this, we just have to say, okay, when you enter into the encode, right? So this is where we're gonna go. So we're just gonna say just gonna copy from the encode, right? So we're just gonna copy from the bin, right? Then we copy from here, right? I think so. So we're just gonna copy from here. So okay, let me undo everything and let's see what we have here. Okay, so this is going to be the startup path, right? Okay, so we just paste this what I copied here, and we're just gonna remove till the encode, right? So we have a folder called the encode, and that is going to encode it for us. So let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, so it's still not working. So let's add this guy. Okay, I think the startup path should work anyway. So let's see. That works perfectly fine. So this pop-up means it is already there. So do you want to replace what you have already? So here you're just gonna say Y and hit enter on your keyboard, and that is gonna replace the whole thing. And if you want to play this, you can indeed play it. And if you want to just do not play, I'm just gonna delete this as well, and all is gone. So when I come back to my bin folder, you see that everything is cleared. Let's go to Microsoft here. Okay, so it's not cleared. Let's see, delete that. Okay, all right, but all the same, it was what we were willing to get was done. Yes, so we have this exported guy, and I believe the mapping works, right? So now you don't have to specify the longer path again, right? You don't have to specify the longer path ever again. Okay, so if you want to give your software to someone to test, you just have to copy this folder, give it to the guy, and the person is gonna, love it, and the person will be able to use it, right? Okay, so let's see some features in the project where which we couldn't add it to this project due to time factor. So this YouTube guy was a process to start up my YouTube channel. So I'll just have to copy that, and then I'll just go to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I just have to go to my YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna go to youtube.com. Oh, come on, I don't have internet connection, so let me just connect to my hotspots. Okay, so now I'll just have to go to YouTube. I think my internet is not working. Really, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, so I think I'm having some challenges within my internet, and I think we just have to keep this working. Really. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go to my device manager, and I'm just gonna do some retouching, guys. So sorry for that. I just want to make sure everything is perfect, right? Okay, so let's see from here. That is gonna be my network. Where is it, this guy? I don't know. This is not good, I think. Okay, so I have this guy here. So that is the wireless. So I'm just gonna uninstall that. Okay, so it is uninstalling the drivers, and it's just gonna install again, and we get back to that. All right, so that is what I did. So I'll just copy this, and I go back to my project, go to my view, and I'm just gonna double click on this. So first of all, I'm just gonna paste this, but here will be replaced by my YouTube channel link, right? So let's see what we have here. So it's done. So I'm just gonna say scan for hardware changes, and actually that is gonna scan for a new hardware changes, and that is gonna install my Realtek drivers. So let's see. Oh, come on, guys, this thing. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy again. Can't connect. All right, guys, so it's not connecting, and I don't know the reason why. So you just have to say maybe slash iXoft original or anything like that. iXoft original or anything like that, and that is gonna work perfectly fine for you. All right, okay, so that is it, and I believe you've gotten the basic understanding based on this. So I will be ending here. On our next lesson, we're going to see how we can add some retouches to this project. Until we meet again, adios amigo.